walkers as we were standing here. It was nothing out of the normal, was it really? I mean, she dropped her kids off at school and she'd come to do this walk that she'd probably done hundreds, if not thousands of times before. Family are confident that she's still alive. The police are saying she went into the river and they don't think she came out again.
Interesting that the family said a few days ago that it wasn't her habit to walk near the river. And you have to sort of keep coming back to the idea that, and even the police admit this, there's no evidence really of anything that might explain what happened to her. And in the absence of anything that suggests she's even come to any harm, her family will, like all of us would, cling to the hope that there is perhaps a possibility, however vague, that she is still alive, she's somewhere, she might even be watching the news coverage. And part of the statement they said yesterday was, look, don't be scared. Come back, come home, we're all waiting for you. They cling to that hope, and who wouldn't?
Indeed. So let's bring in Parm Sandhu, former Met Police Chief Superintendent. Hello, Chief.
I mean, they're being investigated, or they may be investigated, over their initial contact with Nicola and her family on the 10th of January. We've already talked about the welfare concern that drew police and health professionals to the house. 17 days later, Nicola vanishes. So it's standard practice, really, that the police watchdog, the IOPC, would look at what happened on the 10th of January to see if the police did everything they could to see if there's a connection with what the police did or didn't do on the 10th of January and Nicola's disappearance on the 27th. And the Home Secretary, quite rightly, wants to know why police said what they said 2 days ago.
Interesting to hear from the council leader saying we need to look at this, whether it's safe or not, and they're definitely going to investigate it.
Yeah, well, I think that is something. Working on the police's main hypothesis that, this is the area that Nicola ended up in the water, then clearly it is something that they're going to have to look at. This path, we have seen dog walkers by the dozens and dozens over the last 3 weeks. It's heavily populated with dog walkers. Obviously a small village, but people come from far and wide to walk their dog here. It is a beautiful part of the world, there's no denying that, but clearly there is an issue by this bench. It's very muddy here. It would be very, very easy to slip. And Kay, I don't know if you can actually see, but in the river, there are parts of the river where there are some quite disconcerting whirlpools of water. That signifies that there are quite deep parts of the water of the River Wye here as well. So, a huge worry if it is the case that Nicola ended up in the water. If I may, Kay, I've been speaking to Nicola's family all throughout the last 3 weeks. I interviewed her sister, her mum and dad, just days after she went missing. Sky News has also heard from her partner, Paul, as well. But a note coming in from her father, whilst he's watching this morning, he says, we've had an incredibly hard few days, and it is just fingers crossed that what we're doing today, raising awareness of Nicola still missing 3 weeks on, helps them get some answers. But that is a family still really struggling to come to terms with Nicola being missing for 3 weeks now.
Okay, I know you're going to be with me throughout